Muslim-Sikh Islamic tactic known as Hijrah now in full effect to destroy America. Here's how it's being used on you. In order to defeat the enemy, you must first understand their tactics. As Muslims continue to take over large sections of the world at an alarming rate through immigration, there's an Islamic tactic known as Hijrah that's being actively used against us. While this Islamic tactic is typically only understood by devout Muslims since it's buried in the Quran, now that this Muslim secret is out, we must do everything in our power to expose the tactic. As Muslims plan to take over the world with Sharia law is rapidly coming to fruition right before our eyes, Muslims understand fully that to take over the world with Islam and establish an Islamic caliphate, they must find a way to spread their religion into every country on planet Earth. Leftist politicians and globalists are rapidly speeding up this process by continuing to allow Muslim migrants to invade westernized countries at an unprecedented rate. As many of us continue to be perplexed as to why Muslims are being allowed to invade, once you thoroughly understand the Islamic tactic of Hijrah, everything will make perfect sense. Hijrah is essentially jihad by immigration, a tactic that's the bedrock on what the religion of Islam was founded upon. Muhammad was extremely explicit to his followers that they must move to new lands in order to bring Islam to other countries, and the act of migrating is considered to be a holy and revered action. And whoever immigrates for the cause of Allah will find on the earth many locations in abundance, and whoever leaves his home as an immigrant to Allah and his messenger and then death overtakes him, his reward has already become incumbent upon Allah. Surah 4:100. Muslims take their duties of spreading Islam to other countries extremely seriously, which is why they fight so hard to migrate to westernized countries, rather than staying in their Middle Eastern homelands. This holy and revered action of immigrating is considered jihad in the sight of Allah, and is essentially the same thing as being a suicide bomber, as Muslims' reward in paradise for any type of jihad is automatic. The Prophet Muhammad not only taught jihad through immigration in the Quran, but followed his own teachings where he made the perilous journey from Mecca to Yathrib, Medina in 622 CE. This action marked the beginning of Islam. After Muhammad spread Islam to this part of the world, he then became the militant leader of Islam, going on to commit horrifying atrocities against non-Muslims, actions that is glorified by all followers of Islam. What's chilling is just as Muhammad during the 6th century massacred his way across the Middle East to spread his religion, Muslims today are doing the exact same thing, while using the tactic of Hijrah to immigrate by the millions to predominantly non-Islamic countries. The tactic is being actively employed as we speak. Millions of Muslims are invading countries across Europe continuously, with Canada now jumping on the bandwagon of insanity, after Prime Minister Justin Trudeau opened his borders as a way to defy President Trump's migrant ban several months ago. We're fighting the same invasion in America too, as liberal politicians keep advocating to bring hordes of Muslims to our country, demonizing anyone who doesn't agree with the Muslim invasion. Bigots and racists. We are lucky to have President Trump in office, but things could take a drastic turn if we get a Muslim-loving president into office. If Hillary hadn't been defeated, she was planning to bring 10 million Muslim refugees into America during her first term alone. Wake the hell up, America. We are being actively invaded as Muslims around the globe are literally inflicting jihad through massive immigration. In addition to Muslims immigrating by the buttloads, Muslims are producing offspring at an unprecedented rate, as their other tactic for world domination is to literally outnumber us by outbreeding us. Be sure to share this story and expose how Muslims are using Hijrah as a physical weapon against us. Knowing is half the battle, and in order to defeat the enemy it's becoming more important than ever to understand the tactics that's being used against us.